Hello, my name is Kincade-Wilson, and today we're going to review chapters 1 through 3 in the book titled Learning by Doing. So, what are professional learning communities? Let me start off by telling you what a PLC is not. It is not a program, it's not a meeting, and it's more than a book. I myself and others have referred to it as a PLC meeting, but it is actually a common routine of structure, communication, and collaboration to effectively and actively engage and teach students content with integrity. Besides action, there are three big ideas that drive the work of a PLC. The first idea is a focus on learning. The vision of this is the vision of the school and for students. The vision of the school and for students is priority. Teachers, staff, and students have to share a vision of learning. It is the main focus. And after sharing this vision, we have to commit to it and to one another. Again, with learning being the priority, we have to establish clear goals that basically transcribe into a vision. So learning has to be cemented when focused. A collaborative culture and collective responsibility. Teachers taking accountability for the learning of students is pertinent. Collaboration is essential. As educators, we have to make sure that high expectations are not only required for all students. We may work within different contents or within different disciplines or within the same discipline, but the goal is still the same. Collaboration is a must. We are accountable and we need to hold each other accountable. The book text says that collaboration will not improve results unless people are focused on the right work. Results orientation. Data, data, data. The data is used to improve the efforts of teaching and the efforts of instruction. The evidence of student learning. We analyze the data so we're able to see what has been learned, and then we use that data to basically drive instruction for learning. Culture that is simultaneously loose and tight. This is basically you thinking what is negotiable, what is non-negotiable. Yes, the PLC has both things that can be negotiable and non-negotiable. The non-negotiable things are collaborative teams, state standards, mandates, graduating kids, learning. But the negotiable things that we're able to kind of maneuver or work around are our teaching methods or strategies, essential standards, the pacing, our assessments, goals, norms, and even fun sometimes. The importance of effective communications. Actions speak louder than words. So let's talk about it. There should never be any elephants in the room. Our words should match our actions. Effectively communicate. Clearly communicate. There should be no elephants in the room. This will become essential in changing the outcomes and creating the foundation of the PLC. Why don't we apply what we know? If we know better, then we can do better. If it makes sense, then it deserves action. So, what sets us into action? So, this is kind of like a hypothesis. If we apply what we know then what will happen? What will be the action? So, we have common goals. We can do this by having common goals, improving collective practice, current reality, providing tools, and just basically having no excuses. So common vocabulary is just remembering where you are. We don't live here, we learn here. So it's important for us to speak in terms and to have terms that everybody understand in our purpose. Improving individual and collective practice. Basically, not on my watch. The idea is yes, I can. The reality, no cave people allowed. Cave people are people who are just virtually against everything. There is a need to change that has to happen in order to improve the success and learning of our students. Tools. This is like the PLC giveaway. Everybody gets a tool. You collaboratively come together and you're able to share tools or resources that help the teachers or help each other to learn so our students can learn. If we use those tools that we're given effectively. And there are no excuses. When you know better, you do better. Chapter 2 focuses on defining a clear and compelling purpose, clarifying our purpose. What is our mission? Why are we here? We need staff to be accountable and committed to this process. All staff should be committed to the process and held accountable for student achievement. This should be a demand. This should be necessary on behalf of staff. Create a guiding coalition. This guiding coalition should have the idea: we believe, we can do. There's no I. The change starts with one person. Just one person believing in the change has the ability to affect all the group. Choosing the right forum. Smaller is better. Implementing ideas to smaller groups, learning in smaller groups is better before it can travel out to the bigger groups. Building shared knowledge. In this aspect, when the process is done together, it is more effective. It increases the likelihood that they will arrive at similar conclusions, according to DeFore. All right, so arrive at consensus on consensus. Everyone's opinion needs to be heard. Remember your purpose. A system can only be as good as the people in it, DeFore said. Live your mission. Be the example by letting your actions mimic your words. And the foundation of a PLC. To successfully implement the PLC, create it, the PLC process, create it, see it through, honor it, and obtain it. Reach that goal of having it. Chapter 3 focuses on building the collaborative culture of a professional learning community. Collaborations versus or collaboration. Meetings must be 70% academic and 30% non-academic. Co-labor. Share the responsibility with the teachers who are working with you. Teachers are sharing the load and focused on student learning. Team meetings have the propensity to turn into group sessions. Don't allow that to happen. Or gripe sessions. Teachers should hold each other accountable and make sure the conversation is about academic learning and success. Keep non-academic business at a minimum or not at all. Clarifying key terms. This must be a team and results must reflect a team, not a teacher. Teachers cannot be unified or aggregate as a team until they depend on each other to successfully facilitate learning. Creating meaningful teams. It is a skill to create great, impactful teams in the PLC process. Team structures are important. The team has to have structure, whether it's in the same coursework, which is best, according to DeFore, vertical teams, electronic teams, or interdisciplinary teams. These teams have to have shared goals and they have to have shared vision. Making time for collaboration. We are available for the things that are important. The PLC process needs collaboration to happen. All right? This can happen during coming prep periods for teachers, parallel scheduling, adjusted start and end times, and shared classes. These are unique methods to make sure teachers are collaborating without interrupting instructional time. Clarifying the right work. This might be the most important one. Always ask the question, does our collaboration improve student learning? If the answer is yes, skills, strategies, materials, assessments, and ideas, they will foster student learning and success. Make sure you always know what your mission is. Why are we here? And if we are doing the right work, how well are we doing it? Everyone is held accountable. And everyone has a role in student achievement. Establishing collective commitments to enhance the effectiveness of a team. Do not be afraid to change or to be afraid to be held accountable. Collaboration is not going to always be kumbaya. Your team should always allow or have all voices to be heard, norms to be respected, feedback welcome, and celebrations always mentioned. You will have to trust your team, and you will have to learn to be vulnerable. You may not be doing things right, or you can do them better. Allow criticism. It should be respectful, but it should be honest. You have to be committed. And I want to leave you with something that Rick DeFore said. In order for a PLC to be effective, You have to continue to work at the work, make the mistakes. But the most important thing is to learn from the mistakes, because by you learning, your students learn.